Here we go, making some turkey drumsticks. I have 2 packs and there's 2 in each pack. These are dinosaur sized drumsticks. Do you ever have those nice big meaty smoked drumsticks that you get when you go to Disney World or some fancy amusement park or picnic? Well, that's what we're going to make today in about less than 45 minutes in our Ninja Foodi. Now, each one of these weighs almost a pound. Okay, now I'm going to make a little sauce for this first so that we have everything ready when we start getting into the messy part. Here's what the sauce consists of. We have some broth. I'm using a vegetable broth, but you can use, a chicken broth or any kind that you have. The idea of this is to get a little flavor and also to have about a cup of liquid to use to get the pressure up into the pressure cooker. I'm going to season it with some paprika, and I'm using Smokey paprika. Also some garlic powder, some soy sauce, and since we're doing this the quick way, I'm going to use some liquid smoke. It would be nice to put them in the smoker all day, but I don't have all day today, so we're going to just do it indoors and give it all the flavor it needs in the house. Also, we'll use a little salt and pepper. Let's get started making the mixture in a measuring cup. I like to do it this way because once you start taking the turkey legs out of the package, you end up with having your fingers messy, and we want to get all this ready to just pour on. So let's pour a cup of the broth into the measuring cup. I'm going to use a tablespoon of soy sauce. You can use low sodium soy sauce if you'd like, whatever kind you have in your house. I'm going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And the Smokey paprika. This is McCormick's organic smoked paprika, so since we get a little more smoke in there. Then the liquid smoke. Now that's pretty strong stuff. It's I don't know if you ever used liquid smoke, but it's water and vinegar basically that are smoked with some different types of wood. So these are made with mesquite, pecan, apple wood, and that gives it a lot of good flavor. This is going to be the liquid that steams the turkey legs as they're cooking. So we need some nice flavors going around this Ninja pot. Alright, now I don't know if you have a Ninja Foodi or you would like to have a Ninja Foodi. I'll put the link where I got this one in my description. But if you're not familiar with it, it has 2 lids. It has an air fryer lid, which stays attached to the pot, and it has a pressure cooker lid, which we will put on to start this. We're going to pressure cook the legs first, and then when we're finished cooking them the way we desire, we're going to flip the Ninja lid down and turn the air fryer on. And that's the beauty of this little device here, is that you can crisp the things that you made steamed in the pressure cooker part. Inside this Ninja is a non-stick pot, which is great. And also I have a rack. We're going to use the rack for this so that it's easy to lift the legs out when they're done. Alright, so let's get the legs ready to go here. Here's 2 of the legs. We're going to alternate them on the rack so they can all fit in there. Alright, now 2 I left the skin on and 2 I took the skin off. I prefer to eat mine without skin. but some people really love the crunchiness of the skin. And since we're using the Ninja top to flip down, I'm going to leave the skin on for the people that would enjoy the crispy skin. Alright, you can check it out both ways. Now, I'm going to take that sauce that we just made and we're going to pour it over. I'm going to let it season the meat as well as go into the pot for the steam. Alright. You can see the paprika stayed on there. We're going to add some salt and pepper. Yeah, it's going to be good. For this part of the cooking then, we're going to add the pressure cooker lid. Now, a Ninja pot is the easiest pot I've seen that's a pressure cooker to get the lid lined up right. Why? Because down here there is a little arrow. And the little arrow is where you start. On most pots it doesn't show you where to start lining up the lid before you close it. On this one, yep, you have two little arrows and you seat the lid right where the arrows meet and then you twist it. And that locks it into place, and you can't even make a mistake because the color of the pot is such that it shows you when everything is lined up. I just love that about the Ninja. Now the air fryer lid stays on the side until we need it and it's out of the way. The next thing you have to do is make sure that you have the valve set so the pressure stays in the pot. This way is where you vent the pot, and this way is where you seal the pot. And this little red pin over here, when it comes up to pressure, will pop up and then the pressure starts to build up in the pot. So easy. Okay, it has lots of cooking modes here. It has pressure, steam, slow cook, saute, air crisp, bake, broil, and dehydrate. Does a lot of things, this version of the Ninja Foodi. So we want to make sure we start cooking this under pressure. So we want to just press pressure. You can go high or low. We're going to go high. And the cooking time, I'm going to go 40 minutes and press start. Okay, the pot will warm up inside, heat up that liquid, and when it builds up to the proper amount of pressure, it will start counting down 40 minutes while it's under high pressure. We'll be back. Alright, I just want to show you here while the thing is cooking. See the little red pin, how it popped up? That shows that the pressure has sealed and there's no steam coming out of the steam vent. So it's already starting to count down to 36 minutes right now. So just wanted to show you that little feature. That's how we know it's cooking under pressure. Alright, the foodie's done, and we're going to allow this steam to escape naturally. In other words, we could release the pressure by turning the valve, but we're going to let it cook a little bit longer by letting it escape naturally. When the pressure is out of the pot, the pin will drop like it was before we started. So we'll give it about 10 more minutes. It'll let most of the steam out. Just a note, while we're waiting for the steam to escape naturally, the pot is going into a keep warm mode, and it'll tell you how long it has been on a keep warm mode. Here's the button down here. So that's a really nice feature if you're cooking something and you're outside or you're not right with the pot. It won't allow it to get cold on you. It'll keep it warm for hours. Okay, it's been about 7 minutes. We're going to let the rest of the pressure escape now. And there's not much left in the pot, but that amount is dependent on how much liquid you put in with your food. Okay, when the pressure's out of the pot, this pin will drop, and then we know it's time to open the lid. The lid won't open until the pressure has escaped, so that's the safety feature on the pressure cookers. Okay, we're good to go. So let's take a look. Can you hardly wait to see how these turkey legs look? Let's open it up just by twisting the lid. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look how nicely they cooked. You should smell this. Okay, now I would say that they look pale, and they do, because usually you will have these served to you after they've been in a smoker. But we do have the smoky flavor in there, so it's kind of a shortcut smoking. Now let's take the Ninja lid while everything's good and hot, and we're going to air fry this. And it's actually called Air Crisp. Okay, so we have to take it on to the Air Crisp mode, and that's the default for that is 390 degrees. You can change it if you like to, but let's set the time. It says 20 minutes, but we're going to be able to lift the lid and peek, so we'll leave it at 20 minutes. Press start, and it starts air frying and crisping up those turkey legs. Now, because this lid is free to move, we can lift the lid and sneak a peek, and that's the whole idea here. We'll sneak a peek in a couple minutes and turn them over if we need to. Alright, I think it's time to sneak a peek. Let's see what's going on in there. It's been about 5 minutes. Okay, you see how the browning's taking place? Don't they look a lot nicer now? Let's keep going for a little bit more. Alright, we're down 10 minutes. Let's take a look here. Alright, that's a nice golden brown and they're sizzling. I think that looks great. Let's see if we can turn them over. Do we need to turn them over? We don't. Sometimes the airflow is so good in here that we don't have to cook the other side. Alright, let's put these on a plate. We'll check each one. Oh, they're falling apart. I knew it would happen. Alright, get them out. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look down into the pot. There's some nice liquid down there. If you'd like to use some of that liquid to drizzle over top of the meat, you can. I figure, my personal feeling about that is a lot of the fat came off the meat, and we'll let it stay there until we get rid of it. So consider this recipe if you have a Ninja Foodi. It's a nice one where you can use both of the important features on the Foodi. And you can make yourself some nice summer treats. I'm sorry, I have to try one of these pieces of the dinosaur. Oh, look how tender. Oh my gosh. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you could. Oh, that's so nice. Crispy outside. Sorry. Crispy outside, tender and moist inside. Ninja Foodi. You did it. I hope you get a chance to try this recipe. Oh my gosh. The results are beautiful.